Hi, my name is Eric DeVries, dental CPA and the founder of ForSaleByDentist.com. Today's video is it could go a couple different places here, but it's usually right in front of or behind the letter of intent. So again, we figured out what we want. We've got our strike box. We've talked with the banks. We're approved. We're ready to go. We found our listings. We've talked with the seller or the representative of the seller. You've got the practice profile. You've done your homework. You figured out from cash flow. You want to do this deal. Everything's lining up. We want to move forward. Well, this is normally where we would do the letter of intent. Now, sometimes you want to talk to the seller, ask some more questions before you do the letter of intent, and that's fine. We preach speed. You want to go quick. You want to show that you're interested. I get it, but not always are you ready, right? There might be open questions. So this video talks about what some of those topics might be that you want to convey with the seller beforehand, before the letter of intent, which is a separate video. This could also go right after the letter of intent, what we would call the due diligence phase. So this is kind of a very light version of the due diligence phase. So what happens here? Well, there's only so much that you can cover in a document. You've got the practice profile, you've got your financial statements, they answer a lot of questions. However, you still have questions. So you would go back to the seller. Now, if they're represented by a broker, it could go a couple different ways. We've seen it, play out differently. So one type of style would be the broker is the wall. So everything gets run through the broker. The buyer doesn't really contact the seller, which is okay. It's a little more difficult, right? Because you don't really have that face-to-face and can't read what's going on. But it is what it is. And if that's the case, you're going to want to go back to the broker and ask those questions and try to get those resolved. This video is more for when you're actually talking to the seller. So maybe it does lend itself to post letter of intent. But for those that are doctor to doctor, what you might want to do is see the office, right? You might want to see the office, go inside, look at the equipment, have a one-on-one conversation with the doctor, look at the charts, sit there and kind of see what his or her dentistry is. Look at some cases to see if there is available dentistry to be had. Maybe they said there's 2,000 charts. Kind of validate that through either their software or if it's paper, kind of do an eyeball test, kind of pull some to see if they truly are active, which is like anywhere between 12, 18, maybe 24 months at the most for an active patient. So you might want to do, an on-site visit with the selling doctor and get to know him or her a little bit to see if this is something that you'd want to go through. That's fine. That happens quite a bit. In fact, maybe after you've reviewed the practice profile, you would have a one-on-one with the doctor and ask him or her those list of questions. Set up a time after hours. Being very cautious with the non-disclosure agreement. So after hours, sometimes the seller has not notified the staff, so you have to be appreciative of that. And set up a time to go to the office, see if the equipment works, check the hand pieces, walk around, sit in a chair. I know it's kind of a lot, but this is, 6, 7, 800, a million kind of a deal, so it's a big deal. So sometimes that happens before the letter of intent. So I just wanted to clarify that is a piece to the puzzle. Sometimes it happens before the letter of intent. Sometimes it happens after the letter of intent. I would recommend that if it was a faster deal, a hot city, something that is a unicorn in your strike zone, maybe a pocket listing, something where speed is more important, I would probably recommend doing the letter of intent first, locking it up, and then going to do the visit, because you could still walk away from the deal, but you want to show the doctor that you're serious. So again, this video is more of a light due diligence in that speaking with the doctor directly, doing the office visit is in front or behind that letter of intent. The next video will be probably the letter of intent and then the due diligence after that. Okay, Eric DeVries, Dental CPA. Other questions, always feel free to give us a call or schedule an appointment, and good luck.